Oh, oh. Hi. I got pizza in here.
I know, I walked into the wall. It's so pretty.
Yeah, we're done.
I want to keep her. That's how I'm gonna feel about every trailer we renovate. I'm just gonna be like, no, let's keep this one.
Well, it's cool. So this is the, I don't even know how many.
Seventh,
that's crazy. But
seventh renovation.
But this trailer that we bought, this was the one we bought right after we decided to stop traveling.
This one was the sole purpose of our entire business with to flip and renovate trailers, and then it got put on the back burner because so many people reached out to us to renovate their trailer that they owned.
Yeah, so then I renovated 3 trailers in between this one.
So that was 5, so this is number 6. Our 5th wheel will be 7.
But this one, it's so funny because I did it so differently. I built it as if we were going to live in it.
And all of my ideas and thoughts was everything I wanted.
Yeah. So last night
So it makes it really hard to let it go.
To let it go, but then also it's like this is an our lively trailer. That's how I look at it.
It has
like,
our touch for sure.
And I was sitting in it last night over at the table, looking around, and I think when I do these, everywhere I want it to look at something cool.
Oh, that's the trailer.
Well, and that's like the other trailers. Like I thought that stuff. So when I'm able to,
if you can see right now what I'm facing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. Yeah, this is in a year.
Almost a year in the works.
A year not in the works, but technically, I guess. But this is a big deal.
Sat for a while, but she's ready. She's 100% ready.
Yeah. So we'll do a tour. I guess I'll go through and talk about the things I've done, and then you can go through and talk about the things you've done. Added to it or something.
Cool.
Something like that.
I just did anything today. But a lot of the little things.
No, like the ideas.
Out the colors and the backsplashes and the.
It's funny, like.
Those were my touches, and you just did the work. That's how marriages work. The wife just says, "Do this."
But also, someone made a comment the other day about, are you just doing these things for Travis's dreams and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And if they only knew that all of these things came from you. But I think I'm the one that gets like thrown in and was like, oh, this must only be Travis. When it's like, a lot of this is Aaron's, this is Aaron's. So, alright.
I'm lucky to have a handyman. An incredibly, amazingly talented handyman. So wait till you see this. At the end, we're going to share with you the start of working on this all the way through and what it took to get us to this point today. So we've done a lot of Insta stories and a lot of pictures from the beginning to end. So at the end of this video, stay tuned and we will share all of that with you.
Yeah, crazy.
Go, baby. Yeah!
So this is a 2007 30-foot JAYCO JAYFEATHER, and we bought it from a family in Bakersfield. It was in such good condition, which is why we purchased it, and we're going to go ahead and give you the tour. I'm going to follow Travis around, and he's going to show you everything he did from beginning to end, and keep watching because we'll show clips of what it looked like before and after, and then at the end we'll show you progress of how it went.
I picked out this trailer because I thought it would be such a great trailer for full-time traveling. That was the whole idea behind picking this one. Finding a trailer that has 4 bunks is so rare. So when I found that, it was a guaranteed, like, okay, we have to get this one because this is exactly what a family would need who was planning to travel. And I got in it and looked around at things that I thought could change and be a little better for full-time living. So we'll kind of go through the things I did change. There weren't any rails and there wasn't any ladders for climbing up onto these. So those are things that Aaron was like, you need to add those.
At the end.
Right at the end. This was one of the last things I built.
I said, no, if I had babies up there, I'd want railing.
It's true. I was just, I get so focused on other pieces that she comes in and like enhances every aspect of these things.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah, so we just added those, and not only is it so functional as a parent, but it's also makes it look really good. Like the railing adds something to this part of it. And
for some reason, when JAYCO builds these, they didn't put railings in, which seems silly because kids sleep up there.
This was just an open cabinet. Also, this wasn't used for clothing or anything. It was pretty much useless. I think it was just like an open shelf for another TV or something. So I rebuilt the whole thing and added 4 really good sized drawers for each kid that would be in here. So when we lived, that would be as much space as we would have for our kids for that stuff. And on top of this, I added like a bookshelf that has railing, so whatever you put in there won't come out. And it also has an electrical outlet, so if they're charging their iPads or anything like that, that's all totally doable in there. So we did that, and then the other piece that was added was the wallpaper. And Aaron picked that out, and my mom is... I have a mom that's as annoying perfectionist as I am, so whenever we need like little detail things, she comes in and takes care of that.
So the best part about having all of this bunk space is that if you don't have 4 kids, say you have 2 kids, you don't have to use it all as bunk space. So a mattress can come out, you can lay down a rug, you can put some bookshelves in here and they can have a book space. You can use it with baskets of toys and you can have a toy space for them to play in. They don't have to use it as bed. So it's functional for less than 4 kids. This right here is a door and you may wonder why it's there. This bed lifts up and you can open that door and then store bicycles inside of here. So if you don't have 4 kids, you can still use this space for storage. So it's so functional in so many different ways. When we traveled full time, each of our kids had 1 drawer for their clothing. And that may sound crazy, but a full week's worth of clothing fit in that 1 drawer. And it was honestly smaller than this drawer that's right here.
Yeah.
So if you have 4 kids, each kid can have a drawer and their clothes can fit great in there. So I love this space so much.
Alright, so now we're gonna talk about the barn door. And I love barn doors. I love the look of them. I love the functionality of them. We put one in our last trailer and it just was like the centerpiece, so I really wanted to add another one. And right when I walked into this trailer, I knew this spot was going to be perfect for one. So I kept it pretty simple, and I love that I think about this stuff, and then all of a sudden like an image pops in my head, and then I know it's what I want to do with it. So that's like my favorite part about it is the daydreaming and creating these things in my head, and then when I get to finally build it, because this was designed months before I built it, it means like a lot. It means a lot to me. These trailers mean a lot. So I had done a mountain scene in our last barn door that I really loved, and I wanted to incorporate that. I felt like, let's have that be an Our Lively Tribe signature. There won't be another one of these in existence unless someone copies it. I've never seen it, so this stuff to me is what really makes the trailers super unique. So I was stoked with how it came out, 3 mountains, and then the handle is something I'm really excited about. It took me a little while to see it and envision what it was going to be, but when it finally came into my head, I was so stoked. you know, that I was able to build it and make it exactly what I wanted it to be. So it's perfectly spaced, and yeah, that's the barn door.
Okay.
Now we'll move on to the living space. Erin had seen a cushion that she really liked from Urban Outfitters. So I built the base below to match the fitting of this. So that size is determined by this. But I thought most storage in these trailers is like a lift up top. That ply was usually really heavy, and it's usually not that functional. I've done it in 2 of them, and it just wasn't that great. So I decided to put really big drawers in. And boy did we.
You could fit a child in there.
Oh my gosh, it's huge. And I built them super heavy duty so that you can add plenty of weight into them, using like 100-pound weighted brackets or sliders. And I was so happy I wanted it to fit in there the way it does. So these are super good. And then Erin got this pad from Urban Outfitters. It's really thick, really comfortable. It's perfect couch height. Standard couch height. So that's that area. Erin found these pretty rad lights on Amazon, and we had known that you could switch out light fixtures. We'd never done it, and it took a little while to get it all figured out. The wiring's the same. So if you're looking to do this, the wiring's all the same. The only thing that's important is the bulb. But you have to actually get a light bulb that's 12 volt able. So it's able to do 120 or 12 volt. And that's very specific. We went through a few bulbs and then finally figured it out. You have to add a lot of the on and off switches. These were actually just off the light fixtures that came out of the trailer. So we were able to actually just take them and reuse them, and they work perfect, look great. So we're really excited about adding those to the trailer. Now the table. It's kind of crazy. The first table I built for us was in our first trailer. And when I was building it, I realized how important tables kind of are to me. I never realized it before. But it's important to have a space to get with your family with every night. So I did this table just like the table I built for our home. I used cedar wood that I love, and I love the smell of it, and I love the look of cedar. So that's what this table is designed for. You'll also notice it is not sealed. It's open for you to kind of damage it, and that's specific to when those accidents happen. For me, I want it to bring back a memory that you'll see as you sit here. If it gets dinged up from one of your kids, when you're 80 years old and you look at it, it's gonna bring back that. And that's kind of the idea behind this table, and the fact the table can get damaged is the memories that can come with that. So that's what this table is built upon. So I love it. I love it. I love it. And I did the bench, and we have a bench similar to this in our home. And that's why it looks like this. A cedar top, super heavy duty, and I added a lot of benches and trailers are lift up tops, never practical. So we added a really big drawer, another really heavy duty drawer. For all of your big like kitchen blenders or Instapots, all of those things, that's what this is specifically designed for. So this was the first item that I looked at and was like, okay, that could definitely be used way better. It had just a flat area for like a flat TV, because it's an 07. So it was completely useless. It had no drawers, no area for food. So I changed this and added all of those things. I added drawers, because if you see, there's only one drawer in the kitchen. So I felt like to have a full-time living, you would want way more storage. So this is the first thing that I changed. Rebuilt it. Go for it.
So we are in the front room. of the trailer. And what I loved about this specific trailer was that the front room has a door, has an access point to the inside. So if your kids are up front asleep and you don't want to keep going in and out of that door to wake them up, you have another way in. And I think that's a great feature, especially for full-timing families. Even if you're just out camping, you have kids napping, you have another access to your room and the inside of the trailer. So this is the front room, and it had a bed. It had a bed that came this way, right?
It was vertical, yeah.
So it had a vertical bed with closets, the standard trailer that you typically see, which is just not functional, and less storage and just hard to use. There's not a lot of space on either side. The bed goes to the end of the wall. So what we love to do is we love to turn the bed, and in this one we did it just like our first, where we built the bed up on a dresser, and it's such a fun feature and it adds so much easy storage. And if you're short like us, it's really functional because you're not trying to reach over the center of the bed to get to your things. So below you have a step right here. Is functional as storage. You can use it for shoes, and then once you get up on the bed, Travis put this electrical outlet right here that you can use to charge all of your electronics. This basket is good for storage. He built these beautiful shelves that I'm going to have him make in every trailer that we do because I'm obsessed with them. And you can't even tell, but they have a lip on them. So if you do have items in here, the likelihood of them falling out is less. We traveled and kept things on shelves and rarely had things fall out. They are gorgeous though. This is one of my favorite pieces in here. So as you come this way, there's another shelf over the bed. So this way there's another shelf. There's another outlet behind the pillows right there. So if you have a reading light or something that you want to use, there's a light above. And then it's built up on a dresser. And so below here is tons of storage. It is really deep. It goes halfway under the bed because the other half is outside storage. And you can access that from the outside. So here you have a closed area of storage. Dirty clothes, a hamper could go in here for laundry, which you don't really find in trailers. So that's a really good place for dirty clothes. And then in here, these all have baby locks on them. And the baby locks keep them closed, but this is a huge drawer for clothing. This is a good, my wardrobe could fit in here right now. So these are beautiful drawers. On the other side of the room, the opposite side of the pantry, you have 2 more drawers with baby locks to keep them closed when you travel. Good sizes, and then you have a full closet space. And there's a curtain rod there's a clothing rod in there.
Yep.
Good job, honey.
I know, I forgot it before.
So this is the entire master suite, and I'm in love. Can I have it? Okay.
So this trailer, or this that was funny. This picture.
That's a pretty trailer.
Was actually a picture that was hanging in our house. This picture. What am I? This pic.
Talk about your picture.
So I took this picture in Saguaro National Park.
Saguaro
National Park when we were traveling, and we like to include a picture from our travels in our trailers that we renovate. So that's why this picture's in here.
And it matched, and it looks good.
And it looks good. It's all right.
You're so annoying.
Another thing this trailer offers that other ones didn't is a really good sized bathroom.
In the front.
In the front too, which is usually they're by the kids' beds, which is terrible. This one's right by the front bed, which is awesome. So we kind of went all out on this on this bathroom, big time. So we did. This isn't tile though. I made it really straight, so it looks like it. But it's the sticker backsplash style tile.
And we'll add links to all of these items. We got this from Amazon. It's from Tic Tac Tile.
Yeah, and it turned out awesome. It went on really well. If you're patient, you can get them straight.
Or a perfectionist.
Yep, one or the other. So yeah, we did this. We added a super fancy shower head. Super fancy. And then we redid the countertop and added the super rad sink with a BA faucet and mirror. But this bathroom's really good bathroom for a travel trailer. The size of it's really big. Has a tub, so if you have little kids, you're able to give them baths, which is amazing.
Here's the kitchen. And you may think, what the heck can you cook in a kitchen in a trailer? You would be surprised. When we traveled full time, I cooked everything that I cooked at home in this small space. 3 burners. It's amazing what you can cook. So this is a very small kitchen, but you can cook everything in it. You have the freezer, the fridge, below here is a drawer, and then you have a large storage space down here that is big enough for kitchen appliances, more kitchen appliances or food. You can put baskets under there. More storage here, your spice shelf, and an enormously large sink, which, being a girl and cooking, this is where we keep our camera lenses in the sink. A large sink is such a big thing to have in a small trailer. And so I love this sink. We got this on Amazon. I'll add a link to that as well. He did plywood for countertops, which is my favorite. And then we'd never done tiling in a trailer. We did a lot of research on how to do it so that we could really do it well the first time. And I eyed this tile at Lowe's and I said, this is it. This is what I want to do. And he's like, okay, got it. And I pretty much picked the hardest tile for him to do for the first time doing it. And I think he did an amazing job. He outlined it with the wood that just draws it all in. He put a border around the base of the countertop and around the window, and it just all pulls it all together. I picked the green. It's really popular right now, but I had to do a trailer with a green kitchen. I had to do it. I love it so much. I picked more of a darker green, and I will put what color that was on here too. And I am so in love with this trailer. We picked gold knobs as well. These are just drawer pulls that we used. And then I wanted an open shelving unit. I wanted to have open shelving in this kitchen, and this was my vision, and Travis did it perfectly. He put a metal bracket around the base of it, so this could literally all stay in here when you're traveling and nothing would fall out. And that's the idea behind it. You don't want to have to take everything off your shelves, but having open shelving really opens up your space. And so that is the kitchen. He added an extra countertop here so that if you're cutting or cooking or mixing, whatever you're doing, it can all be done right here. There's so much more counter space that way. And I love this kitchen. So, good job.
Okay.
All right, so that was the tour. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And this one needs to eat. So that's it.